You must be Mark.
Yes, hello.
Hiya. Mike.
Steph.
Hello.
Joe.
Nice to meet you. Hi. So, LGSM. What does that stand for then?
Welcome to Kermode Uncut, where we return to the thorny issue of pride. If you were watching my rundown of the top 10 films of 2014, you know that I really liked the movie. It was in my top 10. And in fact, when we did the joint top 10 for Simon Mayo and me together, the Wittertainment top 10, we added our votes together and Pride came out at number one as Wittertainment's number one film of 2014. It's a wonderful story about an unlikely allegiance between out and proud gay Londoners and striking Welsh miners. And the film has delighted everyone who's seen it. Except, of course, in America. A few months ago, there was a problem when the film came out. It was given an R rating by the MPAA, and some people thought this was a too strong rating. In fact, Peter Tatchell came out and said that the rating was homophobic, which the MPAA staunchly denied. Well, now there's been another fuss about homophobia and pride, and this is to do with the US DVD cover of the movie. Now, many of you will be familiar with the poster for Pride. It's our heroes marching along with a great big banner, lesbians and gays support the miners. Well, if you look at the packaging of the US DVD, nowhere does it say anything about lesbians and gays. Whereas originally the story was described as being about a London-based group of gay and lesbian activists supporting the miners, now it's just a story of London-based activists. And as for those banners, well, oddly, they're nowhere to be seen. It looks from the outside as if the US distributors have deliberately deleted any references to homosexuality for fear of alienating the audience. Now, Matthew Walker's the director of Pride, was on Radio 5 last week, and his reaction was that yes, it was clumsy, but he did think it had some validity. Here's what he said. He said, changing the cover is kind of clumsy and a bit foolish, but this is a film which is loved by people of all political persuasions and sexual orientations. I'm just keen for as many people who have yet to see the film to see it. He added that he didn't want to preach to the converted and wanted the film to find a mainstream audience and broaden people's minds. Now, that's an interesting idea, and I'm kind of quite tickled by the idea of some homophobe in America looking at the front cover and going, well, that looks like a patriotic film about workers getting together, and then getting it home and suddenly realising, with shrieking terror, that it's a film about homosexuals. And it made me wonder about other misrepresentations of films in advertising. You remember, of course, the case of John Carter of Mars. We had the director of John Carter on the Radio 5 show, and I asked him, why isn't it called John Carter of Mars anymore? Why just John Carter? And he said, well, the research found out that people don't like science fiction. And if we say of Mars, it sounds like a science fiction film. And again, I love the idea that someone says, John Carter, that's great. I hate science fiction, but I'm interested in a guy called John Carter. Put it in the video. He's on Mars. I've been tricked. Or what about the trailer for Tim Burton's Sweeney Todd? Interesting thing about that was, at no point in the trailer did it tell you that this film is a musical. And again, what would happen with the fans go rent the movie, put it in the machine, suddenly everyone's singing. There was a case not so long ago in which a woman in America tried to sue the distributors of Drive on the basis that the trailer had sold it to her as some kind of Fast and Furious knockoff. And in fact, it was this really intense, strange drama which she didn't like at all. So my question to you is this. Firstly, what do you think about that idea of sanitising the front cover as a sort of a bit of interest politicisation, getting the film into the homes of people who perhaps would be put off by understanding that it's actually about lesbians and gays support the miners? And which advertising have you seen which most woefully misrepresents the film in question? Let me know.
I guess we're just...
I think I'm starting to freak out slightly.
Di! Your gays have arrived.